Howdy folks, this is Gabian living in my van, and I'm gonna do some comic book reviews. But real quick, I just wanted to tell you guys that we're at a point in time in Oklahoma where we got some ice storms coming this weekend, and by the time I post this, there's gonna be some ice storms going on. So pray for me and Diane. We got a heater in here, we got warm, comfy clothes, and we got everything that we need. And today I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna prep the property for my uncle, and I'm doing stuff like wrapping pipes and turning the heaters on and things like that. Yard Kitty says hi. Yard Kitty's gonna be with us, and she's gonna stay all warm and comfy in here with us. And you know, she likes to keep us company, and I got a little bit of food for her and everything, so she's gonna be warm in the car with us. So say hi. Hi, Yard Kitty. Hi, Yard Kitty. Yard Kitty says hi. So yep, we're gonna be doing hunkering down this weekend and not doing too much on the van, of course, with that cold weather coming in. Not all parts of the country gonna be getting it, but Oklahoma here for sure is definitely gonna get it. But I just want to let you know that we're going to be all safe and warm. And we got Diane says hi. Say hi, Diane. She's saying hi. Right now it's in the 50s, so it's not really that cold right now. But come tomorrow, it'll be nice and cold, and then it just gets colder and colder from there on out. So anyway, that's what we've been up to, living in our van. Without further ado, let's do some comic book reviews, all right? Dave is gonna review some comic books. He's gonna tell you what he thinks. He's gonna give it a 5-star rating, a 1 out of 5 of them stars. All right, y'all, so we got some really good comic books this time. No real superheroes this time. Now, not all comics have superheroes. Matter of fact, I'd say about half and half have some superheroes, and the other half are, you know, different kinds of comics. You got funny comics, you got horror comics, you got nudie comics, you got all sorts of different types of comics. Well, in this one, I got this one today is called Dominique Laveau, Voodoo Child. And this is all about Dominique. This is Dominique here, and this is number, let me see here. Well, this is by Selwyn Seyfu Hines and Denise Cowan and John Floyd. This was $2.99, and this is number 3. So you're gonna want to get the other 2, but you can read this one without knowing what's going on. The other 2, you kind of piece it together. And this one is suggested for mature readers. There's a little bit of mature content in there. And so this one is about, let me see here. It was made in 2012. And this one's about this voodoo witch. And so her mom got killed. And so she's the new voodoo witch, that Dominique girl. And I'm going to be posting some stuff up here for you so you can see all the artwork. Well, she's the new voodoo witch because her mom died, and she doesn't know how to do it or what's going on. She doesn't know all the lore or any of that. So she's got some people helping her out. She's got a boyfriend that's a cop, and he sees a bunch of he sees a bunch of crime and everything all the time at night. He says New Orleans. It's based in New Orleans, so New Orleans gets a bunch of violence at night. And lately there's been a lot of weird supernatural violence, like witches and wolves and all that mess. So she's all trying to figure it all out. Someone killed her mom. She's trying to figure out who killed her mom because she's pretty upset by that. And she's got a cousin that's a bad witch, and she's also young, and so they're kind of like at odds with each other and everything. And there's some really great artwork. I'm gonna post it up there for you so you can see it. And yeah, really good artwork. Some mature content. It looks like they're laying in bed together and stuff like that. So you get the idea of what's going on there. And They take you back to the past in this book to give you a little bit of history about all the voodoo witches and everything. Go back to the Civil War around New Orleans times, and really great artwork, really great writing, a lot of narration, pretty big bad guy, and all around it's just a really good book. And the end, on the other end, they give you a little preview of this other story. And this one happens in London, England, 1954. It's called American Vampire, The Lord of Nightmares Sneak Preview. And so they give you a little preview of this other comic, which I think is pretty cool. You know, and you can read a little bit of it, see if it's something you like and everything. And then basically it's about this guy. I think his name is Hobbs. Yep, his name is Hobbs, and he's going around. I think he might be some sort of vampire hunter, and there's this big explosion. He's got to make sure that this coffin's safe and whatnot, and then he goes into this warehouse where the coffin was kept, and then a whole bunch of vampires are around, and they hit him in the face with the skull and everything, and that's where it ends because they want you to read the other books. So that's pretty cool. And they show you a little bit of artwork from another mystery in space, so you can get excited about that, and an artist spotlight and stuff like that. So this is a really good book for $2.99. I mean, you really can't beat it. They give you a preview of another one, and all around it's just a really good book. So I highly recommend getting this Voodoo Child, Dominique Lavue. And yeah, that's a really good book. Lots of really good artwork. I'm gonna have to give this book, oh boy, I think I'll give this book 5 stars, because you get the good story in there, and you're gonna want to read some more of it, and because it just leaves you hanging there. And so I'm gonna give it 5 stars, and we're gonna go ahead and bag it up, because I think I'm gonna read the other ones too. So we're gonna bag it up, and maybe I can watch something later that gives me more of an idea of the story and everything. And you know, I'm pretty hooked on it right about now. So I'm gonna give it 5 stars, and it's definitely a bagger. I don't know if y'all hear that. There's an airplane going above there. Ain't that something? Okay, now this one is really cool. This one's a cool book. You're gonna want to get it. It's called Tons of Strange. And as you see here, it's a free book. It's a free comic book day. They give out free comic books. I think that's a really cool thing. And so you can't beat the price for sure, especially because we got 3 different stories in this one comic book. So you really can't beat that. We follow Charlie and Humphrey, these 2 characters up here. They're in the same universe as Star Wars. And then you got this oarsman, and he's like a guy that's on a boat, and he fights you know, evil pirates and stuff. And then you got Elizabeth's Tale. Elizabeth was the wife of Frankenstein, and so Frankenstein goes crazy and everything, and she's left to you know, try to figure out how to take care of his estate and, you know, his monster and things like that. So first we go into the it's called Charlie and Humphrey Saturday Night Sippin' and Saber. And this story is pretty cool because it's kind of funny. It's a little cartoony, and it's like I said, in the Star Wars universe. And they go to this bar, and you know how they have some, you know, like trivia nights and everything at bars. Well, in this bar, you make your own saber out of different parts and things like that. And so Charlie and Humphrey, they got to make lasers and see if they win the contest, and everything. And there's some things that happen in there. It's kind of silly and fun, and they follow the universe. So if you've watched the Star Wars stuff, you're going to get a lot of the stuff in here, and you're going to understand what's going on. So that one's really cool. Love the artwork. It's real silly, like I said. I'll post them up here, and so you can get a good look at it. That one's kind of fun. And then it goes into another story. Can you believe it? Got another one, The Oarsman. Now, The Oarsman's pretty cool. It's got a lot of really cool artwork, and it doesn't have any dialogue, which is, you know, kind of nice every once in a while. Not you know, you get to visualize things with your eyes and not have to read them and have it spelled out for you. And I like the artwork here too, because it's kind of like a little 8-bit little NES game or something. and it's kind of cartoony and it's kind of cool, and it's just about him. He's on his boat, and there's these guys that they want to beat him up. He's got to beat these guys up, and he beats them all up. One runs away, and then you got to beat up the big old bad guy. So that one's kind of neat. Like I said, no words in that one, but the artwork's really cool. And then we go on to that Elizabeth character, where she's the wife of Frankenstein, and she's trying to see her husband. He's in the insane asylum because they put him there and they won't let her see him. And so she's just got to figure out, how to work with his estate and everything. And she finds his journal, and this other girl comes around, and she knows a lot about Frankenstein's monster for some reason. That's a little bit of a mystery. So that's going to make you want to buy that comic book and read more about it. So really, for free, you really can't beat that price. It's Tons of Strange, and it's got 3 different stories. You really can't beat that. You really can't beat that. So I think I'm going to give this one, I'll get this one, I give it 5 stars. It's going to be a good one for you to read because you're going to want to read the other ones too. So it just gives you like a little preview of each of the different styles of the comics you want, and then you can go out and look for the real comic books and maybe spend a little bit of money on it. So these free comics are really something else. And you're going to want to bag this one, because you're not going to remember all the stuff that happens in it, and you're not going to remember, like the names of the comic books after, that you're going to want to read, and you're going to want to look it up, maybe see what the other books the artists do and everything like that. So that's it. That's definitely a bagger, and yep, we're gonna get Dominique Laveau, Voodoo Child, and Tons of Strange. You're gonna want to check these 2 out and check them out and read them, and definitely 5 stars and bag them. All right, thanks for stopping by for a comic book review. Y'all take care.